1848, the most wanted fugitive in America. But it's not what you think. This distinguished gentleman is actually 22-year-old Ellen Craft, an enslaved black woman. She and her husband William were once the most famous fugitives in America. The crime they were accused of? Stealing themselves. Ellen and William were enslaved in central Georgia. To be free, they had to flee over 800 miles without being caught, all the way to Philadelphia, where abolitionists would help them. So, how did they do it? By hiding in plain sight. Ellen was the daughter of an enslaved black mother and the wealthy white man who claimed to own her. She was very light skinned and resembled her owner's other children. The woman of the house gave her away to hide her husband's actions. William was sold to the same owner to settle a gambling debt. William and Ellen fell in love. They couldn't bear the idea of being separated or of having children while enslaved, children who could be taken from them. William had watched his own parents and sister sold. Even knowing the risks, they hatched a daring plan. Ellen would pose as a white man, and William would act as her servant. William earned an income as a carpenter, a small amount of which he was allowed to keep. With his earnings, they bought a fine suit. Ellen's position as a house servant allowed her to copy the mannerisms of a wealthy white man. When everything was ready, Ellen cut and dyed her hair and wore a sling to hide the fact that she couldn't write. She pretended to be sick to disguise her voice. The two boarded a train from Macon to Savannah, a journey of about 12 hours. Everything depended on people believing the ruse. They risked harsh punishments and being separated forever if they were caught. But their plan worked. Upon arrival in Savannah, they took passage on a steamboat to Philadelphia. Pennsylvania was a free state, but they still didn't feel safe. They fled to Boston, where they were married. Abolitionists heard about their escape and asked them to share their story by talking to newspapers, speaking at rallies, and writing a book. The case caused a national furor. 2 years later, Congress passed the Fugitive Slave Act of 1850, which criminalized helping people flee slavery and made it legal to arrest people accused of escaping with little to no proof. This essentially cleared the way for bounty hunters to kidnap free blacks and drag them to the South. Slave hunters descended on Boston to kidnap Ellen and William. The people of Boston resisted, threatening the slave catchers until they ran them out of town, and hiding the Crafts until they could flee to England. There they started a family and kept speaking out against slavery. After the Civil War, they returned to the United States, where they opened a school for newly liberated people in the South. And Ellen found and reunited with her mother, who was finally free. If you're interested in Civil War history, check out my book, Shadows of the Sweetwater, a historical mystery and ghost story based during the collapse of the Confederacy. The Amazon link is in the description.